In this video, we are going to continue our Cisco Defense Orchestrator series, and we're going to look at onboarding devices. So in our last video, we did the secure device connector, and here we're going to onboard some ASA devices. So to start, we will go over to our Device and Services tab here. We'll click the plus sign. And we're going to onboard a single ASA on this one. We'll do multiple on the next one. So we'll go ahead and name this HQ-ASAV. And given, let's see, the IP address is 118 or 198.18.1.2. And we're connecting over port 443. So let go. And CDO is going to attempt to onboard the device via our on-prem secure device connector that we deployed in our earlier video. So here we go. It's located the device, and now it's prompting us for credentials. So we'll go ahead and provide the credentials here. Fat fingered that. Connect. We should see a short little blip here that's giving a success message. There it is. It's letting us know that it was successful. And now it's asking if we want to provide a label. So labels are pretty cool here. We can do policies and other things with labels that we'll look at later. But for now, we're going to give this one a label of branch HQ. So we got a label there. We continue and finish. And there is our device. So we're going to look at onboarding multiple now, but you can see here, and then we'll do a little walkthrough of these devices and what we can see after we get them onboarded. But to do multiple, it's very similar. We hit the onboard button, and you see here multiple ASAs. And the only difference is that with multiple, to do bulk onboarding, we have to use a CSV configuration file, right? So if you do to do that, we're going to have to create our configuration file. So if we hit configuration file here, it gives us some examples here. We can highlight this right here, right there, hit copy, and now we can go find Notepad, and if we paste that template that it gave us right there, we can see the format that it needs. We'll delete everything but that first line, because this is just examples. And we're going to enter in the multiple ASAs that we want to onboard. So that's 198.18.1.6, comma, the username admin, the password, go with the name, branch 1.asav, and then the tag that we want, or the label we want to give it, branch 1. And we'll do our second one, 198.18.1.8. Username, password, its name, branch2.asav, and we'll give it its label. There we go. Do file, save. I'll save this to the Let's put it in the downloads directory. There it is. Hit save. And now we should be able to go back over to our CDO interface. And we're going to hit browse. We're going to go to our downloads. There's our text file. You'll see that it finds these two devices, and we hit start, and it should the status of each of these will change as they're individually onboarded. So we don't want to move away from this page during the onboarding process. We want to wait for this to complete. There we go. We can see the first one is completed. And there's the second one. So they are both onboarded. We go back over to the devices and services, or you can hit the plus sign right here too and look at the status of them, right? We can see that they're complete though. So we could have tracked the status of these as these got onboarded, but we can go back over to our device and services. We can see we got both of our ASAs onboarded. So now let's just take a quick look at what we've got here. If I click on that HQ ASA over here to the side in the device details, you can see that I've got some basic device information here. The IP address, the model, the serial number, chassis information, software version. So a bunch of good information there that you can see. I can hit check for changes right here. And within a second, you'll be able to view, the ASA, policy as it currently exists on the device, as well as the staged version and any differences in what's running on the device versus what we were preparing to push. So you can see right now there's no difference found because we just onboarded these. We haven't made a change on CDO or on the local device. So we'll go ahead and hit cancel there. And then we go down here, we could use this to do the upgrade. We'll do that in a later video. You can see I've got command line here. So I can hit command line. And right here I could just issue some commands. I could do show X8. So there we go. Hit send. And there we go. You can see that right there. I could do, let's see, show interface, hit send. So you can see right here from CDO, we can do command line interfaces or commands, just like we were in the command line interface. You can also, we've got some macros here, some pre-existing macros that have already been configured for us right here. So configure, DNS, I can click on this and you can see that it's got variables in here. I can go ahead and enter, and then I can just hit send and we configure DNS. I can also customize my own macros, and we'll look at that later. But the other cool thing is I can look at the history of the commands that I've sent. So you can see right here, my show interface and my show X8 commands I entered. So I hit that show X8 and it shows hit send, and I can run it again. Right, so pretty cool features there for command line access there from this CDO GUI interface. So if I go back over here, I can continue to scroll down. I can look at configuration, restore NAT, some just management features here. I can look at config different or conflict detection. So right now conflict detection is enabled, so it's going to detect conflicts between my config that I've got here on this and on the device running at my headquarters, my ASA device. So just some basic management and configuration tasks right here that you can see, and we'll dive into these a little bit deeper in later videos, but I just wanted to kind of just walk through that with you after onboarding these. In the next video, we're going to take a look at onboarding some FTD devices, firepower devices. So please like and subscribe to this video and tune into the next video for looking at the firepower devices. Thank you.